How you doing, Bubba? This is Max going from the Going Live Network. Thanks so much for taking the time.
No doubt, no doubt. What's up, guys?
I just had a quick question. I mean, obviously it's a brand new year, a few new faces in the division. Just wanted to know how you are feeling about the division as a whole going into the first week of the season for you.
I'm feeling good. I know they put 10 names in the tournament, and the only name that I'm worried about is the Batman. So my focus is on me. My focus is on my preparation and things that I do because when I'm in the right place and I'm in the right focus, it's all about me. So I haven't really looked to how I stacked up against other people other than the people that I've actually already fought. So we're just correcting the mistakes and trying to move forward.
Nice. And just to kind of piggyback off that last statement, are there any major changes that you made in your preparation towards this season that you'd like to share, or is it just kind of hard work and see what happens?
Well, I got a new nutritionist, so my weight's really low. Usually I come in pretty heavy or one of the bigger 45ers, and I do a good job of getting down. But this time it's easy. I mean, I might even do nothing today and just wake up and get a light slow jog in tomorrow morning. So, been eating and grubbing. So that takes that I wouldn't say takes away. It gives me a lot more for my third round if we'll see that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the time and good luck on Thursday.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Jim with Miami Herald. Bubba, I'm wondering, for you in the off season, how much time did you take off? Did you do anything fun during the off season?
Well, I live in Vegas, so Batman and Vegas is those two go together with synonymous and fun. But I wouldn't say that I did anything extracurricular. It was, same old, same old. Mostly it was me trying to fight for my children. I had a big old case last year where, me and my ex didn't see eye to eye. So I had to, while the tournament was going on, I had to buckle down and try to stay focused on so many different things. And I had so many things on my plate that this year or this offseason, I got to get more organized and more clear with that. So it's a big difference.
In that regard, since you brought it up, I'm just curious, is everything okay now? And now you could just concentrate on your career?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even though, there's $1 million at stake and there was a tournament title, world title at stake. My children, I'm more of a father than I am of a fighter. So it came first for me, and my biggest focus and biggest worries while having to be in quarantine and having to do all these different things were at play. So, the focus is much more laser end on the million in the tournament.
Now for this season, and I know you mentioned that really you're focused on this next fight, this first fight for the season for you. But when the lineup comes out, are you though checking out the lineup a little bit or not really?
The lineup for who I'm fighting?
No, the division, for the division.
Yes and no. If I haven't seen them in the UFC or in, Bellators and things like that, it's not that I dismiss them. It's just, if you haven't said anything or done anything in the game yet, I doubt you can beat me. So that's just kind of how I feel about it.
And going from last season to this season as a fighter, was there anything different as far as the approach to training, anything you wanted to work on differently?
Just having a bigger and better third round. I think a lot last year, you could see me start off really fast and start to fade a little bit. This year, we're trying to focus on, having all three rounds. Like I said, if we get to that, I don't maybe there's someone that's going to push me to the third round, but, we worked extensively on knocking people out. So that's what the focus was this summer, knocking people out.
And if I head out to Vegas, any place good to go?
Hit me on the phone. I'll show you all the good places. I ain't give away my good spots like that. We got to go together. I can't be just, putting people out, but I do like a little brunch place called The Stove. My man, one of my chefs, not one of my chefs, I'm going to act like I have a chef. My man is a chef and he owns The Stove, and we actually go there a couple times. It's great food.
Well, then I'm picking up the bill then. Thank you.
No doubt. Come through.
Tutor.
Hello, Baba. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, doing very well.
Are you enjoying fight week more than last year?
It's about the same. Fight week last year, I guess I'm enjoying fight week more because fight week last year I had already been here for 2 weeks. It felt like so. Fight week last year was getting a little bit annoying, a little bit redundant. But this year, we got to come in like a normal fight camp and things like that. We got to do the things we need to do at home, and then just come here for the last little maintenance part. So having a little bit more fun, and I had a little bit more of my normality going into these fights. So yeah, better week.
It seems that all fighters already have a target in their mind going into this season. I would like to ask if you have a particular name in mind. That's my question actually.
No, the world title and the $1 million. That's the only thing I'm focused on. And anybody stepping in that way, I'm trying to crash them.
And would you like perhaps to revenge your loss to Chris Wade somewhere down the road?
You know what kind of dog I am. Of course I do. I got a bad taste in my mouth. That's somebody that I definitely didn't like the way it went. I lost that fight before I even stepped in the cage. There were many interviews that I gave out before that fight that I just knew that, I had a lot more to focus on before I could do that. So I would say I talked a bigger game than I actually was prepared for last year, and this year is different.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Best of luck for this season.
No problem. Thank you.
Trevor?
Hey, Bubba, Trevor Ritchie with the HITP Network. I saw a video that the PFL posted Sunday, I believe. Are you kind of holding the belt and somewhat visualizing what it would be like, I think, to win that this season? So I'm wondering if you could just elaborate on what's going through your head in that moment and just how obtainable you feel like that title is for you in 2022.
Oh, very obtainable and reaching distance. So obtainable that I know exactly where the belt is at this very moment. I'm excited about the opportunities I get to redo my mistakes and realign my focus. I believe that once I'm plugged in, locked in, focused in, I'm one of the hardest 45ers to beat in any organization. You could tell my mindset, you could tell my passion, you could tell who I am by just hearing the way I speak. And once I can put those actions behind that, I'm somebody to reckon with. Nobody has looked at me and heard me and saw me and think that I'm faking about who I am.
Thanks, Bubba. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Danny. Danny, you're on mute. All right, we'll come back to Danny. Lorenzo.
Hey, Bubba. Glad to finally be able to talk to you here. This is Lolo from Wilkiesburg Pod Network. And first of all, I just wanted to say I'm glad everything has fallen into place into your personal life. I know those are some tough issues to deal with. Aside from the comfort it brings you, obviously, in your personal life, I would imagine it's a big factor for all your fans out there, too, just knowing that, Bubba has all his focus towards this PFL season and getting this title and getting to these playoffs. You have a great mix of KO finishes, submissions, and also decision victories on your record. No doubt that your wrestling is a great tool to use in setting up openings for your punches and stuff like that. Looking back at what you've accomplished so far, can you even imagine at all what your career would have been like if you, let's say, didn't have that amazing wrestling background and knowledge?
Man, imagine me without wrestling. I'd probably be a much better boxer, a worse talker. I probably wouldn't have the confidence and the things that I can say because, I've been wrestling, since I knew what competing was. And me without wrestling is, a fish without gills, I guess. It's just a big difference in who I am. But I'm an athlete. I didn't happen to be a wrestler who was athletic. I was an athlete who happened to wrestle. So, when it comes to anything athletic or anything competition-wise, you could throw me in there and I'm going to be in the top.
I hear that. Thanks, Bubba. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Trevor, did you have another question? All right. Danny, are you with us yet?
Yes. Sorry, I couldn't hear you the first time. Can you hear me now?
Yep, all good.
Cool. Bubba, so it sounds like you feel like last season you got a bit overconfident and perhaps weren't more focused. Obviously, other things as well. Do you feel like that's the case? Like you were kind of responsible for your own shortcomings last season?
Absolutely. I wouldn't say that I got overconfident because I did beat the two-time champion, which would have given anyone some good confidence. But, you know, the lack of being able to show up and really put in the work while focusing on other things. And even when I showed up, I was absent mentally. That's kind of what gave me this little bit, you know, you just beat Palmer, you know, and everybody else who's been in this tournament kind of has already seen him. So, you know, you should be okay. And I didn't rest on my laurels. I didn't stay in the grind like I did when going into the Palmer fight, you know, and then with all the stardom in the world, you know, kind of getting an understanding of who I am and how I speak and how I react and move, you know, it kind of put me on a pedestal that definitely left me to be humbled and hungry at the end.
Yeah. So is it a hard look in the mirror to like kind of, because you feel like, you know, it was more on your part than your opponents on why you came up short
Absolutely.
last season. Is that a hard thing to look at and to come to realize?
No, not at all. When you are on your way to being a champion, there are many times where I had to sit myself down and look myself in the mirror and say, you know, that wasn't it. That wasn't your best performance. That isn't what your family expects to do. That isn't what your friends and fans are requiring of you. You know, you have to do more. And when you're a real man, when you're a real G, you know, those conversations, they come often. Self-reflection and self-analyzation when you're trying to grow, it should be a regular routine of your process. And I know what I did and didn't do, and we're trying to correct that this year.
Yeah. And what are you going to do, or what have you done for this season, ahead of the season, that's sort of going to keep
Just
you
stay more focused. Last year we played around a little bit. I was going through a divorce, so you know, being a handsome man with some money in Vegas is a little bit harder when you're freshly out of the divorce.
All right, Bubba. Well, best of luck this season. Looking forward to your fight.
Thank you.
Dylan.
Hey there, Bubba. I appreciate you making some time.
No problem, Dylan.
I was just noticing a video on the Instagram there of your son hitting pads there. Are we going to see another generation of Jenkins competing in MMA, or maybe not so much?
100%. I'm actually trying to stay relevant in the sport enough. Me and my son both, I have two sons, so me and my sons, it's going to be harder for my youngest son, who actually just turned 4 earlier this month. And then my other son, the one you saw hitting mitts, his birthday is today. Shout out. Happy birthday, Dream. Yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing him. I mean, there's no way, shape, or form that he doesn't fight. He wants to he wanted to get in a tournament last year, and I just wasn't able to, you know, put it all together. So this summer, we're going to be seeing him doing some kickboxing somewhere, some wrestling for sure. But like I said, I'm trying to stay relevant enough to my little 8-year-old being an 18, 19-year-old 10, 11 years from now, and me and him both being on the same card. That's like a little LeBron James, Bronny goal I got.
Oh, that's really cool, man. I love that that's a goal mapped out. But something else I saw on the Instagram that I didn't notice you were immersed in until then. I didn't notice you had your own line of scented candles there with the Bad Man scented candles. What goes into a good event?
One, the candle is also, it can be used as an oil. So if you're ashy and you get out of the shower and you put your candle on, you can dab in it and put a little oil on your hands, and nothing comes from it. Not only that, it smells like a real badass man. So if you want to get your candle, there's 3 different scents. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, baby. If it makes dollars, it makes sense to me. So I'm trying to get to the bag all the time. So yeah, definitely have a candle scent. Definitely y'all need to go tap in and get you some candles. I think I have a champion, a leader, and a warrior scent. So yeah, and I think I'm coming out with a scrub soon, some lotions. Yeah, I'm always working on something.
Yeah, I love to hear it, man. Thanks so much for the time.
No doubt.
Tudor.
Yeah, sorry, one more for me, a quick one. I'm looking for music suggestions from fighters these days. What's your workout song?
Well, my walkout song, since I'm fighting on my mom's birthday, is probably going to be LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out. But my music choices during the week and things like that, a little bit of Aha, Gazelle, and Toby. going to go down those lanes. Those are people I'll be listening to. They just keep me in the right focus.
Wish your mother happy birthday on my behalf when it will
Thank
be
you.
the occasion. Bye.
Thank you, Tudor.
Lorenzo.
Hey, Bub, I got one more here. I heard you talk about this. Which one of your candles or oils would you recommend to set the mood if I got a lady friend coming over the house, if you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, man, they're all really good. So my champion one kind of has like this fresh linen kind of smell, you know what I'm saying, with a little masculine scent to it. But I think I like the leader one because when it starts to burn, we got like little shining things inside the wax that and inside the oil that it starts to look like it's just really pretty. And I think girls would really like that. But it smells like a man. It's like when you walk into the room, if you give it to your girl, you walk in a room, you're gonna think another man was in the room. So make sure that y'all know that if my scents are around, it's gonna smell like men around this mother. So I would say go with the leader, but you can't have one without the other. You got a kitchen, you got a bathroom, you got a bedroom. You might as well just put Batman all over the place. It's a really good thing.
I got you. And where can we get those if we want them?
Hit me on the gram, man. Hit me on the gram. It's easy. I'm easy to reach.
Got you. I will do that. And last one for me here. You talked about this also earlier. I'm single now too, so what's up with Vegas? We got some opportunities out there or what?
Yeah. Okay, time out. See, this is actually what got me in trouble last year. So this year, you're going to have to see me in September or something like that afterwards because everybody that was coming to Vegas between April and August, I was seeing them. I was going out. We was having a good time. I was winning fights. I was doing this. I was doing that. This year, you ain't going to be able to see me until after September. I get the $1 million. I get the world title. Then that's probably when you want to go out with me anyway in Vegas. So,
yeah, but man, if I'm single, I'm trying to go out with you. I'm trying to go out with some, What's up?
I see what you're talking about. Yeah. So are you trying to find out a place to go or are you trying to hit your boy to
I'm just saying, what's the town like over there, man? Do we got options over there or what?
Oh, it's Vegas. You got options.
Yeah. All right. I haven't been to Vegas, so I'm not sure.
And Vegas is outside now. Like we outside. We outside again.
Got you. All right, man. Thanks, Bubba. Appreciate it.
The pools are opening up. Man, I'm missing a good season right now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm missing a good thing right now.
September.
Yep. Focus. Laser focus.
All right. Last question, Mills.
Hey, how's it going, Bubba?
What's up, big dog?
This MMA Locker Room, part of Pub Sports Radio. I got a two-part question. What's the word of the day?
The word of the day?
Yeah, that
Bad
good
man.
old message. That good old message. That
stay locked in. You know what I'm saying? If you can't win if you ain't right within.
Okay, I like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and follow it up like this. You haven't faced defeat since 2017. So I mean, coming into this tournament right now, I already know you're hungry. That appetite for hunger to destruction looks like you're ready to eat. So I mean, What can we really expect coming out there this time? Because I don't think you're playing around.
No, absolutely. My focus is laser, and this year you can expect to see me go 4-0. And I'm gonna try to put up some big points. I'm not gonna rest on my laurels. If I'm up big, especially if I'm up 2 rounds, I'm gonna be looking for the big bonus points. I'm not trying to just squeeze by wins or add a bunch of decisions to this year's championship. I want to do it in devastating fashion, and like any good athlete on a contract year, we're trying to put up some big numbers.